Every day, businesses lose potential customers before anyone ever speaks to them. Not because their service is bad, not because they're too expensive, but because their brand doesn't communicate the quality of the business behind it. Maybe the logo looks outdated, the colors aren't consistent, the website looks completely different from the business card, and instead of creating recognition and trust, the brand feels disconnected. So why do businesses struggle with brand identity and logo design, and how do you fix it? Imagine two plumbing companies operating in the same city. The first does excellent work, but its logo looks outdated. Its website uses different colors. Its social media has another style, and its business card doesn't match either. The second company has a clean logo, consistent colors, a modern website, and marketing materials that clearly belong to the same brand. If you knew nothing else about them, which company would you assume was more professional? Probably the second. The first company might actually provide better service, but its brand isn't communicating that quality. And that's the real problem. One reason this happens is businesses start with a logo instead of a brand identity. A logo is important, but it isn't your entire brand. Your brand identity includes your logo, colors, typography, imagery, messaging, and how those elements work together. Design a logo without thinking about the larger system, and it can quickly become disconnected from everything around it. So instead of only asking, what should our logo look like? Ask, what should our business look and feel like everywhere a customer encounters it? That's a much stronger starting point. The second problem is inconsistency. This usually happens gradually. One person builds the website. Someone else creates social media graphics. Another person designs a brochure. Eventually, the website uses one blue, the brochure uses another, social media introduces green, and several different fonts represent the same company. Individually, these differences seem small. Together, they weaken recognition. The fix is to create a consistent visual system. Define your colors. Choose your typography. Establish how the logo should be used. Decide what style of imagery and graphics represents the company. Then repeat those elements across the brand. The third problem is designing around personal preference instead of customer perception. A business owner might say, I like this color. I like this font. But the better question is, what should our ideal customer feel when they see this business? Trust, professionalism, innovation, luxury, simplicity. A law firm, children's brand, technology company, and luxury retailer shouldn't all communicate the same way. Your identity should support the position you want your business to have in the customer's mind. Another common problem is trying to make the logo communicate everything. Businesses sometimes add multiple icons, several colors, complicated shapes, and too much text because they want the logo to explain the entire company. But your logo needs to work everywhere. On a website, a phone, a business card, social media, a uniform, even a small profile image. If it only works when it's large, it becomes difficult to use consistently. A strong logo is recognizable, versatile, and easy to apply. Another reason businesses struggle is that their identity never evolves as the company grows. Maybe you started as a one-person operation. Now you have employees, larger clients, and more services. But the company still looks exactly like it did when it started. That doesn't always mean replacing everything. Sometimes the answer is refinement. Clean up the logo, improve the typography, modernize the colors, create consistent guidelines. Then update your website and marketing materials around that stronger identity. The goal isn't to change for the sake of change. It's to make sure the brand represents the business you've become. And that brings us to one of the most important parts of brand identity: consistency across every customer touchpoint. Think about everywhere someone might encounter your company. Google, your website, social media, business cards, emails, brochures, packaging, vehicles, office signage. Those experiences should feel connected because recognition is built through repetition. When customers repeatedly see the same logo, colors, typography, messaging, and visual style, your company becomes easier to recognize and remember. That's why fixing brand identity is bigger than simply redesigning a logo. You need a system. At ScaleLink Alliance, we help businesses create brand identities designed to work across the places customers actually interact with them. That can include logo design, color systems, typography, visual direction, messaging, website design, graphic design, and other digital brand assets. The goal isn't simply to make your company look better. It's to create an identity that's professional, recognizable, consistent, and aligned with the business you're building. Here's a quick way to evaluate yours. Look at your website, social media, business card, and marketing materials side by side. Does everything look like it belongs to the same company? Does your identity fit the customers you're trying to attract? Does your logo work at different sizes? Are your colors and fonts consistent? And most importantly, does your brand communicate the quality of the business behind it? If not, the problem may not be your product or service. Your brand identity may simply need a stronger system behind it. If your business isn't attracting the customers it deserves, it may be how your brand is being perceived. Visit ScaleLink Alliance for a free website review and branding consultation, and watch our next video, where we'll show you how your website can either build customer trust or quietly drive potential customers away.